friends, my name is Alia Sofia. I am from Fun Optimist from Seksyen 6 Shah. Please allow me to share one story about moral values. As human beings, we should live in harmony without envious surrounding. This story was called Avanti. Once upon a time, there was a smart and righteous person named Avanti who lived in the remote west. Avanti used his abilities and wisdom to help common people to deal with the king and the rich man who tyrannized them. So, the king asked someone to bring Avanti to him. The king said to Avanti, "People always say you are smart, so tell me, how many stars are there in the sky?" Avanti said calmly, "Just as many as your whiskers." The king asked again, "How many whiskers do I have?" "Just as many hair on the tail of this donkey," Avanti replied. The king was very angry and wanted to kill Avanti. Avanti said with smiles, "Kill me at once. If I die today, you'll die tomorrow, and the fox will live a happy life." When hearing that, the king freed Avanti immediately and said, "You mustn't die. You have to live for 1,000 or 10,000 years." The king also gave Avanti a lot of treasures in order to make him live happily for a longer time. Riding his donkey, Avanti got out of the palace struttingly. After getting home, Avanti distributed the treasures granted by the king to the poor, and the people admired him more. A rich man named Bai heard this story and felt very angry. He thought and thought. Finally, he came up with an evil idea to harm Avanti. He wanted to force Avanti to kill his small donkey. Bai asked his fellows to bring Avanti to him and shouted as soon as he got into the door, "There is something badly wrong. Kill the small donkey as soon as possible." Avanti said, "Okay, I will go to kill him right now and bake the delicious meat to serve you masters later." Avanti said again, "Today is too hot. Please have a bath for cooling. I will tell you masters when the meat is ready." When hearing this, Bai and his fellows took off all their clothes to bath happily. Avanti set a big fire and pretended to bake the donkey meat. Taking the chance, he took away the rich man's clothes and burned them on fire. After the clothes were burned out, Avanti shouted, "Masters, the donkey meat is ready. Come here to enjoy it." Those rich men were very happy and got ready to eat the donkey meat, but they could not find their clothes. They asked Avanti where the clothes were. Avanti said, "I am busy all day and haven't seen your clothes." The rich man had to accept bad luck without complaining. The end. Thank you.
Hi, today I'm going to read an article about earthquakes. Earthquakes is a natural part of our planet's working. Earthquakes can be terrifying and destructive events. Some trigger powerful ocean waves called tsunamis. Earth's outer shell is made up of huge slabs called tectonic plates. These plates are constantly moving and push past each other with hard, jerky movements. In some places, the opposing masses of rock becomes locked together by friction. In this period, there is a gradual build-up of strain in the locked-up areas. Eventually, the pressure becomes so high that there is a sudden shift between the blocks of rock, or a massive break, usually on or near lines on Earth's surface called faults. As this happens, energy is released in the form of powerful shock waves or vibration, causing an earthquake. When an earthquake happens under the sea floor, it can create a tsunami. How a tsunami happens? Many types of events can cause tsunamis, including big volcanic eruptions near or in the sea, landslides into the ocean, and even asteroid impacts. However, the most common cause is a huge earthquake under the seafloor, usually where the edge of one tectonic plate rises above another. Inside a fault, faults at the boundaries of tectonic plates are prone to earthquakes. Here, two plates' movement pass each other in opposite direction. Occasionally, the movement becomes stuck and stress builds up between the plates. Eventually, the build-up of stress causes a sudden shift or rupture, releasing vast amount of energy. Shock waves. Earthquakes produce two types of shock waves called P and S waves, which travels through parts of Earth's interior. Scientists can work out where and when a quake happened by detecting these waves as they arrive back at the surface, living on the edge. Some countries are more affected by earthquakes than others because they sit on the boundaries between tectonic plates. These maps show the 10 countries with the most earthquake fatalities: Peru, Haiti, Italy, Turkey, Iran, Pakistan, Indonesia, India, China, and Japan. Fun fact, did you know the largest earthquake ever recorded occurred off the coast of Chile in 1960? It caused a devastating tsunami. That's only for today. Goodbye. Thank you.
Evening everyone, today I would like to tell a story about the bear and two friends. Once there were two good friends named Ron and John who decided to travel and see the world together. One day they decided to go to the forest. The forest was so dense that they knew anything dangerous could happen to them at any time. So they promised each other that they will remain united in any case of danger. Suddenly, they heard a loud rolling sound, and they saw a large bear approaching them. They got very scared. Ron quickly ran at once and climbed a nearby tree, leaving John behind. John did not know how to climb the tree. He asked Ron, "Can you help me climb the tree? The bear will eat me up. Help me, please." "I cannot come down. The bear is approaching, and there's no place up here. Go and find a place for yourself to hide." Ron did not help John, but John was a smart boy. In school, he had heard a teacher saying that the bear doesn't eat dead creatures. Now, led by his common sense, he lay down flat on the ground breathless, pretending to be a dead man. The bear came near to the man lying on the ground. It smelled in his ear and slowly left the place, because the bear do not touch dead creatures. After the bear went away, the friend on the tree came down and asked his friend John, "What did the bear whisper in your ear?" "The bear advised me to not believe a false friend who leave you in the time of danger." That's all for now. Bye.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. I would like to read a book entitled Thumbelina. Long ago, there lived a kind woman who was sad because she had no children. One day, on her way to the market, she heard about an old kind-hearted fairy. She went to meet the fairy who lived in a forest. The fairy gave her a magic seed to plant in a flower pot. Soon the seed grew into a small plant and a beautiful bud bloomed on it. The happy woman kissed the beautiful bud. It became a pretty flower with a tiny girl inside. As she was only the size of a small thumb, she was named Thumbelina. She slept in a walnut shell. One night, a big fat frog carried away Thumbelina as a bride for her ugly son. When Thumbelina woke up, she was shocked to find herself on a lily leaf. When she heard that she had to marry the ugly little frog, she started crying. The fishes in the river heard her cries and cut the lily leaf loose. Then a beautiful big butterfly saw her and pulled her away to a forest. Thumbelina played happily in the woods, eating the fruits and berries. When winter came, it became very cold and also difficult to get food. One evening, while walking in the woods, Thumbelina reached Mr. Field Mouse's burrow. She was allowed to stay there and help with the housework. The next day, they went to their neighbor Mr. Mole's house. There she saw a sick bird lying outside the house. Thumbelina nursed the bird, the swallow, till it became healthy. Soon it was spring with beautiful flowers, chirping birds, and colorful butterflies everywhere. Like everyone, Thumbelina enjoyed spring. One day, Mr. Mole proposed to Thumbelina, and she was shocked. She sat outside her house and began crying. Suddenly, her old friend the swallow came there. Both the king and Thumbelina looked at one another and felt happy. They were married in a grand function. Thumbelina was given a pair of wings by the flower folks, and she could fly. She became queen and lived happily with the king of the flower folks. Thank you, everyone.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tengku Zahra binti Tengku Ahmad Nizam, and today I will read a book entitled The Giving Tree by Shah Silverstein. Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come, and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches and eat apples, and they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. The boy loved the tree very much, and the tree was happy. But time went by, and the boy grew older, and the tree was often alone. Then one day, the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches, and eat apples and play in my shade, and be happy." "I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I only have leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day, the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy. And she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and children. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house. But you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered. "Come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy."
And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I am sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone. My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I'm too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. "Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I, Wanak Safia binti Muhammad Firdaus from SK Seksyen 6 Shah Alam. Today, I would like to read a story about the cows and the tiger. 4 cows lived in a forest near a meadow. They were good friends and did everything together. They grazed together and stayed together, because of which no tigers and lions were able to kill them for food. But one day, the friends fought and each cow went to graze in a different direction. A tiger and a lion saw this and decided that it was the perfect opportunity to kill the cows. They hid in the bushes and surprised the cows and killed them all, one by one. Moral of the story: unity is strength. That's all my story. Thank you. Bye.